On Fuji's north slopes, winter air tastes like metal and pine. Hikers speak softly there, as if their breath might freeze mid-sentence. They warn each other about a figure that appears in white when weather turns without warning. Chapter 1. White Footprints in the Forest. The snow lay clean as folded paper among the black roots of Aokigahara's sea of trees. Mei and Ryo followed a narrow path, their crampons nipping the crust with polite clicks. Breath misted in front of their scarves and vanished. The cedars kept the wind out like stern elders. "We'll cut across to the lava ridge and back," Ryo said, cheerful. Their guide, an older woman with a red knit cap, paused, head tilted. "Listen," she said. The forest made a sound like held breath. Mei pointed. A line of prints stitched the path ahead, bare, small, each toe perfectly formed, no boot tread cutting them. The trail began at a patch of unmarked snow, as though someone had been set down there by careful hands. The guide tightened her scarf. "We go back," she said. "Weather shifts fast." A thin flake settled on Mei's sleeve and didn't melt. She brushed it away and felt the cold pass through glove, skin, and bone, as if searching for a place to live. Chapter 2. Breath that makes no cloud. The sky lost color as if someone had rinsed it. Mist shouldered in sideways between trunks, blurring distance into watercolor. "This way," the guide said, voice steady at the edge of urgency. The bare prints paralleled theirs now, pace for pace. Mei saw her first as negative space, a brightness where the mist thinned. A woman stood in white, sleeves long as prayer banners, hair black as crow's wings against snow. She did not sink. She did not stir the powder at her feet. Mei's breath plumed. The woman's did not. "Don't speak," the guide whispered. "Don't breathe toward her." Each step nearer made the air colder behind their teeth, as though the woman drank warmth the way snow drinks sound. Ryo, who joked in offices about such stories, said nothing now. His eyelashes had turned to sugar. Chapter 3. Her hair like falling snow. The woman turned, and her face was the idea of beauty carved from ice, cheekbones clean as cornices, lips pale as breath bitten from the air. Snow settled in her hair and sat there unfazed by human heat. "Who will help me?" she asked in a voice like glass struck by a fingernail. "My child is so heavy." She held out her arms. They were empty. Mei felt the word "I" form and freeze on her tongue. The guide stepped between them and bowed from the waist, her cap's pompon dipping. "Forgive us," she said. "We are weak in winter. We cannot carry what we cannot warm." The woman's eyes, too large, too clear, shifted from the guide's face to Mei's. "You are warm," she said to Mei, almost admiring. "You would last until the ridge." She smiled, and the temperature fell another measure, precise. The snow under Mei's boots squealed in the way dry cold makes. Ryo pressed a pocket warmer into Mei's mitten with shaking hands. Chapter 4. The Kiss That Freezes Air. Ryo slipped on a hidden root and went to one knee. His breath burst in a cloud that didn't drift. It shattered, The woman stooped in a motion both slow and too fast and pressed her mouth to his cheek in a kiss so gentle it was almost pity. Frost blossomed from the print of her lips like a flower opening at time-lapse speed. Rio gasped, and the sound cracked like a twig. The guide moved. She struck a match cupped in both hands and lit a coil of incense they had not seen her take out. Smoke curled alive in the dead air. She snapped the stick once, twice, casting ash in a line across the prints. "Go," she said. "Do not look back. Do not let her see your breath." May tugged Rio up. The woman's expression did not change, but her sleeves fluttered without wind. "Another night," she murmured, "when your heat is less." The ash line broke a rhythm May hadn't noticed. The prints had begun to fit themselves to their stride. Now they lay misaligned like a misremembered song. Chapter 5. Stories of Yuki-onna around Fuji. Back at the trailhead, the sky was a clear blue that made the memory of mist feel absurd. Rio touched his cheek. Pale skin and the shape of lips refused to warm. The guide poured tea from a thermos and added a pinch of salt to each cup. "For your breath," she said, "to keep it yours." She told them what grandmothers call the snow woman, Yuki-onna, who tests travelers after storms. Those who boast or warm themselves at the expense of others find their heat pulled from them like thread. Those who bow and apologize for their weakness sometimes pass with only a scar that fades by spring. May watched the steam rise and not drift. "Would she have carried us?" she asked. The guide shook her head. Nothing warm survives long in her arms, but some nights she only wants to be asked to wait. A crow called. A wind finally found them, ordinary and kind. The imprint on Rio's skin lingered until plum blossoms opened in town. Beauty that doesn't breathe is a weather, not a woman. If winter asks for help, bow and name your limits. The mountain will respect that more than bravado. Yuki-onna, Snow Woman, appears across Japan, often around mountain passes and forests after snowfall. Legends emphasize etiquette, bowing, apologizing, and not boasting as protections. Aokigahara's stillness and Fuji's sudden weather changes shape local variants. Incense, salt, and not exhaling towards spirits reflect folk practices for preserving one's breath, ki, in harsh places.